Okay, story time, you guys. Let me tell y'all a story about the time that my sister and my grandmother's foster child, well, she adopted her. So I guess she's my aunt, got caught sneaking boys in the house. So this is around 91, 91, because my granddaddy died in 92. So I was in high school. Yeah, because I was in high school. And I believe my sister was in high school too. She had been about in ninth grade. Yep, that's exactly what I was in 10th grade. My sister was in ninth grade. Anyway, my grandmother worked at night doing private duty nursing. So we was left in the house with my grandfather. And with my grandfather, we could basically do whatever we want, but not really because he'll, you know, beat us. But he really was the snitch. Like he told my grandmother everything. He would always tell on us. So this one particular night, my grandmother at work and my granddaddy, like it was the beginning of his sickness because had a brain aneurysm, so he was bleeding at the brain and stuff. But we didn't know that what was going on. We just knew that he was real sick. My grandmother didn't even know at the time. And so it had been about 10, between 10 and 11 o'clock at night. So when my grandmother would go to work at night, I would sleep in her room, but on the floor at the foot of the bed, just to, look out for my granddaddy. So my granny goes up in the bathroom. Now, how my grandmother's house is connected, you can go through my grandmother's room to her bathroom. You can open doors because the bathroom, like the toilet and the tub, the sink has a door, and then you open up another door to get to the shower, and then you open up another door and it'll take you to the other room. So my sister and my grandmother's foster daughter. So we're going to call them. We're gonna call them Sasha and Tracy. I'm not gonna put their real names up here, so we're gonna call them Sasha and Tracy just to protect their identities. So Sasha and Tracy were dating brothers, I guess. Mind you, my grandmother was a strict old school apostolic, so we weren't allowed to have boyfriends, none of that. Our lives consist of school and church, and that was it. We had to sneak and do stuff to get out the house just to be able to be keen to the streets. Anyway, so it was about 11 o'clock at night. My granddaddy, he's hitting me in my back with his cane to wake me up. And so he's like, meathead, get up, get up. So I wake up and I'm like, Granddaddy, you okay? What's going on? And he was like, the meathead in there sound like they having sex. They got them boys. I'm half asleep, so I'm not paying attention. So before I can even get up, Granddaddy is going back in the bathroom through the thing. He opens up the door and he just starts welling the cane because he literally catches my sister Sasha and my aunt Tracy literally having sex with these two brothers. Like, when I mean he was bashing the boys in the back with the cane, he was bashing the boys with the back with the cane. But it was my granddaddy's expression that was so hilarious to me because after he was hitting him with the cane, it was like he jumped, turned in a circle, and he started pointing the cane at me. You meathead, you call that meathead. He never called anybody by their names. Everybody was named meathead. So when he told me I better call that meathead, I knew he was talking about my grandmother. So I called my grandmother at work, and I'm on the phone like, Gravity, you're not going to even believe this, but Granddaddy just caught Sasha and Tracy in a room with two guys, and they were literally having sex. Put McNabb on the phone. Put McNabb on the phone, because that was my grandfather's last name. He was in the military. Put McNabb on the phone. Put McNabb on the phone. So my granddaddy get on the phone, and his mouth shivering and shaking, and he's going off, right? So he chases the boys out of the house. I'm thinking everything is cool. It's about 1:30 in the morning now. No, it was a little later than that because my grandmother, okay, so I want to say it has to be between 4 and 6 in the morning. My granddaddy wakes up again and he's starting to hear ear, 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 ear. Like they were in the room getting their backs busted out. We just gonna say that they was getting busted out in their room. My granddaddy goes off again. So this time he looking for my grandmother's gun, but he can't find the gun. So he grabs his cane. He's bashing these boys in their back. So where I lived in Skyline. And my school was all the way in Claremont Mesa. If anybody know the San Diego area, they know what I'm talking about. So I was bused to school. Let's just say I missed all of half of that morning. I didn't get to school till about 10 or 11 o'clock that day because my grandmother was going off. So you know how your grandma don't go to the salon? She always got that one girlfriend in the neighborhood that know how to do a mean press and curl. Well, my grandmother, she had a girlfriend in the neighborhood. We just gonna call her Miss G. So Grammy pulls up to Miss G's driveway and she's just about to get out of the car to go inside of her house. So this had to be about 5:30 in the morning to go get her hair done because, no, it had to be about 5 o'clock in the morning because my bus came at 6:15. So she had to be done by 6 o'clock. So she gets up in the car, and as she was just about to get out the car, hold on, it's a vehicle passing by. It's the trash people. As she's getting ready to get out of the car, the Holy Spirit tells her to look to her right. My grandmother looks to the right and she sees the two boys walking up the hill. She automatically knew they had just came from our house. She put her little car in reverse. She rode down the street, made that right down Deer Rock at the house. My grandma ain't come in saying no words. She came in. By this time, I'm in the kitchen. I think I was drinking a glass of orange juice because I didn't drink milk. So I had to be drinking orange juice or some Kool-Aid. I can't remember. She was all like, Shay, you going to be late to school today. I was like, what? What I'm telling you, Sasha and Tracy got the beating of their life. My grandmother beat them so bad. And they, down there, my grandmother beat them so bad that they started bleeding. They couldn't go to school for about a week because they had bruises. My grandmother beat them with the very cane my granddaddy was beating the dudes with. I don't know why this story came across my head, but it came across my head, and I had to laugh, and I didn't want to laugh by myself. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, the things that we do as teenagers, they got caught. Trying to be grown. And they got beat with a cane. It's your girl Shay with Hoodie Chronicles. Talk to you soon.